Zanmatsuken asks, what other LPs do you watch on YouTube? To be honest, I don't actually watch that many other people. You know, I'm always on the lookout for other LPs to watch, but I'm quite picky, to be perfectly honest with you. There's a lot of people doing Let's Plays on YouTube, lots and lots of people, and the vast majority, unfortunately I have to say this, are not very interesting to watch at all. For every really good Let's Player that I think is worth watching, there's probably about 20 really bad ones that are, well, no, there's about 20 sort of okay ones that are just a bit dull, and then there's about 10 more absolutely god-awful ones that just don't have a clue. But people I do watch, the few that I do, I mean, I've got several LPs who who watch me and I watch them as well. That would be Manga Minx, Toy Heartless, Echoes. I also watch Dark Chiron, X Music, Lord Vega, a couple of other people that I can't remember off the top of my head, but that'll do, I think. That gives you sort of an idea, I think. I think there's been a couple of people who I used to watch and then got really bored of, like Katrananus, for example. She was alright when I started watching her, but then she started doing Haunting Ground over and over and over and over and over again. And it was like, play something else, please. And the commentary just kind of got repetitive and I just kind of got bored and unsubbed. But that's probably one of the few examples of people that I don't watch anymore. So there's not many, like I said. But if there's anyone out there who has some very good recommendations of people who are actually funny and informative, well, or just sort of generally entertaining to watch, feel free to throw them at me. But I don't mind, I can be quite picky on these things. What do you use YouTube for besides LPs? Various different things, really. I know that recently, thanks to YouTube, I ended up watching pretty much every episode of QI that there is. Just because, well, after I started putting up Little Big Planet, I got recommendations from YouTube, which are all Stephen Fry related, including a lot of episodes of QI, which was quite strange. So there's that. There's a lot of sort of comedy stuff that I do watch. Occasionally sort of look up music videos and things, but to be honest, the record labels have just made it so hard to look up music on YouTube these days. It's ridiculous because of some bizarre kind of confusion over what copyright law actually is there for. You know, it's not there to stop people actually watching the music video, it's there to stop people taking the entire music video and passing it off as their own. Personally, I don't believe that there should be any kind of cease and desist orders if someone's merely posting a music video on YouTube. But maybe that's just me who thinks that. You know, it's not exactly taking money away from the company. So I don't really use it for music just because I know that it's like a futile effort trying to find anything half the time. I'm trying to think what else now. I occasionally watch blogs and things. This is a few decent people, like I'm subscribed to Community Channel, for example. I'll watch things like that every so often, and occasionally like a vlog will pop up in my recommended videos and I'll watch that, and but those are harder to find than anything else. It is pretty much everything really that I use it for. It's just whatever I find entertaining at the time, whatever I feel like watching, I'll probably look it up on YouTube, so pretty much all sorts of things. Bane Scalabar asks, what is your favourite game? Oh, stop asking me this question, I can't give you an answer. Like I said before, on the last question, which was like, what's your favourite game of all time? I basically went, yes. So that's my answer again here. Sorry, I know it's not really telling you anything, but like trying to pick a favourite game out of the many that I have and the many that I've played is like so impossible that I just cannot do it. There are so many fantastic games out there, and trying to pick what I think would be the best game ever it's almost like saying, I don't know, it's just impossible to answer that question. It's just impossible for me to answer that question in general. So, sorry about that, can't give you an answer. Who is your favourite LPer? I mean, we're sort of coming back to the sort of who do I watch. I already said that I don't watch that many people anyway. I suppose the people that I thought off the top of my head would probably count. I know that I really do like Dark Chiron's style, so he's probably definitely up there, because his stuff's very well thought out. It's very well put together. You know, his commentary's usually interesting and informative, which is quite a rare combination. But there's also the fact that he does seem to put a lot of thought into the presentation of things, which is also quite rare in LPers. But at the same time, out of all the LPers I watch, Manga Minx is probably the one who's probably the most consistently funny. And I'm not just saying this because I talk to her quite a lot, but I'm just saying that, out of everyone I watch, her videos are probably the ones that make me laugh the most. So it's probably a toss-up between the two of them, really. It's hard for me to say, for sure though, because, I might watch other people's videos one day and just go, actually no, I really like this. So, yeah, it's hard to say. A Guitar Master asks again, do you think there'll be a Final Fantasy X-3? To be honest, I don't think there will be. I know that, every single Final Fantasy game now is seemingly getting its own sequel, and I think they've done 10. They're done with 10. I know that there's been sequels to some of the other ones, so it looks like they'll be sort of trying to focus maybe on doing sequels for everything. Or they'll just be milking Final Fantasy VII for all that it's worth, which seems the more likely option, quite frankly. I mean, to be honest, I don't see what they would do with a 10-3. To be honest, I don't think it'll happen. I don't see what they could really add to it, to be honest. So no, I don't think there will be.